Hello everybody! Hello there, Verena! Welcome everyone to version 4.2! And it is now time for what I assume to be the final act of the Fontaine Archon quest. Usually it's going to be super exciting with a lot of twists and turns, and I have no doubt this will be the same, full of twists and turns and a whole bunch of action, just like the Hydro Archon herself. That's right, today, and also, let's see. Today we're going to be pulling for Verena as well, because I'm not gonna lie, she was exactly kind of what I expected, which was I wasn't gonna like her very much at first. She was gonna make me upset, and I try not to judge a book by its cover, but then she really did make us upset with the trial with Linny the whole time. But you know, as the story goes on, you know, she's really grown on me. She's actually pretty cool, and most importantly, I think that this Archon quest is going to be very much centered on her and her story. So we're gonna find out what Verena's backstory is, and it's probably gonna be kind of sad. All right, we gotta read through stuff. Okay, actually first. Yay! All the Primordial gems! That will certainly be helpful. Thank you very much. Masquerade of the Guilty. What does that mean? There's already an issue. Okay, we're gonna not read that because that looks like it pertains to stuff we're not supposed to see yet. Where is it? What original sin does... Actually, it's saying here as well. I'll just read it from here. What original sin does the god of justice, who claims to judge the gods, herself bear? One cannot make an enemy of the divine. If the heavenly principles are not to be defied, the answer shouldn't be to bow one's head and wait for death. Instead, let there be a spin, a hop, and a skip. Then, let the sinner take a final bow. And that probably spoils a little bit, and yeah. The little description for Verena's story quest, which is right after. Hello, Venti.
There was a glorious kingdom.
That will be important someday, I know. But yeah, we've been hearing a lot from Verena. She's been in every act of the Archon quest, which we haven't had an Archon be in every act of the Archon quest since Venti. She has very much made her presence known in every act. Let's try her out in the... Let's try out her kit, you know. She has her two forms, and she starts off in her dark form with her short hair and her dark dress, which is very cool, but I wonder why she has two forms, you know. I mean, in the trailer for the version update, you know, she seems pretty happy most of the time, and pretty, you know, flamboyant, excited. Hey, it's the Salon Solitaire! They are so cute. I almost wanted to pull just for them, even, and I might still. She has her Numa form and Osea form, and this is her default form here, right? And now she's in her Numa form. But why does she have two different versions? And also in the trailer at the very end, we hear her kind of speaking in a more solemn and, you know, contemplative tone, not her usual self, as the waters had risen, and same in her character teaser as well. So, you know, the world's an opera, but, you know, are we on the stage? Or are we the audience, or are we the ones on the stage? Maybe the Great Flood has already happened, and she's all alone. Okay, we're gonna change this form. Buddies! Okay, because I love her little buddies so much. Don't hurt her. Don't you dare. Yeah, so she has, like, these different versions of herself. And, you know, just what are her plans for the prophecy? And what is her involvement? And what kinds of... I mean, the sinner is probably Verena herself. What did she do? What is she guilty of? But, so here's Verena's. Yeah, her default form is her Osea form. The absolute focus of the stage of judgment until the final applause sounds. And you notice, in her original character card, it said Gnosis Hydro. But ever since the new one they posted with her disappearance, it's question mark, question mark, question mark. So, I wonder where her powers are from. And And also, my age-old question, which we still haven't gotten answered, is the Statue of the Seven supposed to be the Archon that won the Archon War, or is it the new Archon? A question that is still yet to be answered, because it always works out that it's either the same person or they just happen to look the same. Without further ado, let's get pulling for Farina. Oh, and her sword does crit damage too, which must be good for her little buddies in the Solemn Solitaire to do their damage. What else? The Oratrice. We still have not found out the secret of the Oratrice. Oh yeah, by the way, I have no idea. The last time I pulled was for Fremine on Zhongli's banner. I don't remember how close they are to a guarantee. And I don't know whether we're on a 50-50 or not. I don't remember. And I thought to myself yesterday, like, I should check. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't check. It's way funnier this way. I think I was at like somewhere between 40 to 60 pulls towards the pity. But I don't remember. Anyway, we don't know what the Oratrice. I'm still wanting to learn more since Linny heard voices down in the Oratrice room. We don't know why the Oratrice gave Child a guilty verdict for the disappearances of young women case. But I suspect it has something to do with that case is linked to the primordial water. And we don't really know what the Oratrice is at all. I mean, it seems like not even Farina knows. Farina doesn't really know what's going on with that. And it almost seems like it has a consciousness of its own. How is it making decisions? My guess is we don't know where the Gnosis is, so my guess is the Gnosis is there in the Oratrice. And then we'll find out why it put Child in jail. And oh, 5-star time! Alright, so we were close. What did Child exactly do? And you know, it also probably has something to do with his connection to the abyss. Hey, Charlotte! Yay! I love how I think she has camera mode, actually. And we're gonna meet Skirk! I'm so excited because I always love learning more about the Abyss and Conria characters, and I've just been like, I've been wanting to meet her since I reread about her, you know, in Child's description. Oh, that'll be good for Child and extra rest. Yay! Ta-da! It's Lady Farina! Hello! We got 2 new characters. That was a very, very successful pull. Here, let's bring them out. Let's use them this Archon quest. Although if I have 3 Hydro characters, which is what I'm gonna do, it might not be the best.
I have high hopes for this journey.
Yeah. Oh, and I love Farina's character demo as well. Like, she's so flamboyant. She's on the stage and writing her own story, but at the same time, you know, that story is ever changing, you know. There's so many twists and turns, just like Farina herself. And also the little song in French in her demo was really cool. But it's also one of those ones where if you really take a look at the lyrics, like, you know, all the world's a stage, and why cry when you can laugh? Because, you know, just savor today. I mean, pair that with the idea that, you know, she might be a sinner waiting for the end to come. That really says something about her. And it's one of those songs where it's like, you know, it's kind of has a deeper meaning, maybe even a darker meaning, and at the same time, kind of hidden between a happy and cheerful tune to almost, you know, just drown out the sorrow that one might feel, which I think is very reflective of Farina. All right, we have to do our thing where I find something to fight at level 1. I want it to, you know what? Not a crab, not a blubber beast. Treasure hoarders are perfect. Go, little ladies! And then Charlotte. Okay.
Still needs a headline.
Oopsie. Okay, we do this, and then she changes to her light form with her long hair. Yeah, why does her hair change too with her 2 different forms? Alright, that wasn't very successful as we, you know, expected it to be. Oh well. Okay, I definitely don't have the materials for either of them, but let's level them up, why don't we? I will definitely build Farina because if nothing else, like, $17 so cute. If nothing else, she seems like a really good support or sub DPS character, and
I'm really not accustomed to using a vision. Oh, why don't you teach me? I nearly forgot. You've never used a vision either.
why are you using a vision? Oh, she does have a vision. She didn't have that before, did she? Oh, she definitely didn't have that before. Hang on. That's like a fake. Is it like a fake vision? Oh, she is wearing that. I never noticed that, which means she either didn't have it before, or something happens in the story that means she needs a fake vision. What could? Uh-oh. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you getting your tea and desserts. But I am gonna give you... I only have the one Fontaine sword, but apparently it's really good on you. The Flow of Sandra Ferryman. I don't know. I'm not gonna actually use her to fight this time. I still need to build her. I don't have any of the materials she needs. So this is good, right? Good. Yeah. Yeah, just... I don't actually... No, she needs HP. Well, whatever. It's... We'll take a look at this later, okay? No, I want Hydro. Oh, apparently everyone's using the Hydro ones. Oh yeah, so Skirk is gonna be in this, and also Nicole might be involved as well, who we have not heard from since Wanderers, the inversion of Genesis, which is interesting. Finally, I have a cryo catalyst that can benefit from this catalyst. I should level you up too. I don't know how much, but I don't know how much I'm gonna use her, but I should. Do I even have the materials for her? Okay, apparently I do. That's good.
What a strange and wonderful feeling!
Yeah! Sorry, I will listen to that more afterwards. We have to get going! I'm excited for this. Alright, we have Lady Farina with us now, and we're going to... Let's see. Deluge of Wrathful Waters. This is the day you get out of prison and you proceed to complete the paperwork where your releases were arranged. I can't... Okay, I'm not gonna lie though. I can't believe we spent, like, 2 whole Archon quest chapters in prison. Trapped down here. Oh, so cute! Look at all the buddies we have. We have a little itty bitty octo baby and Sir Intendant Chevron and all the buddies. We have Mademoiselle Craboletta, and we have what was your name again? Why don't I remember your name?
I want to go on a vacation with Galvana.
The octopus with the top hat. What is its names? Chantilome Usher. There we go. The little octopus. And then there you go. 17 tons of Cheval. Oh, I love that they have little hats. They are so cute. Alright, next day. Let's not dally anymore, because I'm sure we have a lot to get through tonight. I know the Archon quest is usually a whole thing, so it's experience once a year. Return to the dormitories. Of course, after being in and out of prison, because we get to come in and out of prison whenever we want. Yeah, as Navia said in the trailer, Farina has never been as superficial as she, pretends she is. In fact, I can see just like the depths of the ocean, there are so many layers to her character, and I think this is where we're gonna see her truly shine, finally, in her role here.
Now for a little rest after breakfast. This is the life. Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today?
Apparently.
Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Mirapede!
Yay!
Come on, we've got to go complete
You know,
the
I just
mission
realized
now.
The version updates usually 6 weeks, which is around 42 days. Masquerade of the Guilty. So we were sentenced to 45 days in prison. So I guess technically we almost have that amount of time pass in real life too. Well, I can't imagine spending the last 45 days and even down here. Even if it's passably nice down here, it's still... Oh, I should give her... Oh, I don't have the Hydra wings yet. Well, I will wait until I do. Hello.
Please, sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Meripede via the regular channels.
It's been so long since we've been to this.
It's not been that long. We talked with Arlecchino, remember? Oh. We talked with Arlecchino, remember? We stuck up for Farina at the tea party because apparently Arlecchino attacked her and made her really scared, which was not very kind at all.
I'm fine, thanks. But I wonder what that...
Surely it's not the pressure building up underneath the water seal that Navia put last time. A new life's beginning. Hey, we can legally exit the Fortress of Meripede. Although I think Risley already gave us that opportunity before. Said we have in and out privileges just as long as we finish serving our sentence. Hello there, Risley. How are you?
Your Grace?
Did you notice the big earthquake?
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake?
Yeah.
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface.
Okay.
Over the years of serving as the warden here, I've developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place won't fail so easily.
So the fortress is okay?
That's good to know.
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and ask about what happened.
Yeah.
By the way, do you know...
Oh yeah, what day is it today?
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning day.
Oh.
Wait, seriously?
Pipe cleaning day. Wasn't that also the day when Child disappeared from the fortress and then we saw him in the dream with using his vision with the big whale that we may or may not have also seen in the trailer? Actually, today is the day we say goodbye to the fortress.
Ah, yes. Have you completed your
We
release
have.
papers?
Yep.
It's you two. Are you leaving now?
For now, yeah. But we'll
That's
definitely
right.
be back.
Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty nice.
This has been a pretty nice place considering it's a prison. A lot of people have helped us out.
Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place.
That's because
now.
it's more like a community hub
Then be
than a
sure to
prison.
come back and visit.
That's why.
I'll miss
Well,
you.
we'll miss you too. Except for the part where you
If
shot
you've
Lenny,
signed the
but
release
yeah, we'll
papers,
miss
then
you.
you're free to go. The guards will escort you
Yay.
out.
You're not going to see us off?
Well, he already spent all the effort to see us in,
I knew
so...
you'd ask. All right, sure.
Oh,
Let's go.
okay, thank you.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was just joking.
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too?
If you want to, but... yeah, it's not like we'll never visit again.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the cafeteria.
Especially if you
But
look
she
out
sure
on
do
the
know how to
food
make good
gacha.
grub.
Oh yeah, we gotta go get
I
our
hope
welfare
you won't be
meal.
here as convicts the next time I see you.
Oh,
Do our
yeah.
best to stay out of trouble.
Well, maybe not convicts
Well,
of
it seems
this
our work in the
country.
Fortress of Meripede is finished. That's the
But it
end of
always
another
seems like
chapter in our
the
journey.
authorities are looking
And
for
since
us for
Merv was
some
the one who
reason
asked
in
us to
some
come
place.
here, we should probably go report to him now. Next up, the Palais Mermonia!
You're going to see Monsieur Nervilette? Please pass on our
Very
kind
well.
regards.
Thank you, Cedrin.
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it would be the polite thing to do.
You're right. I've heard the palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed
Oh, then
by
I'm
the recent
sure
string
lots of
troubles.
people have been coming your way too. Right? I just realized, so you know how like the vision like changes the direction clockwise or counterclockwise if it's Numa or Osea? So right now it's Osea, and if I do this, not this, this. It's still going the same direction. See, it's still going counterclockwise. Alright, so it really is a fake vision then. But her default is Osea, and that is indeed the direction of the pattern on her vision, which it should be the same as Cedrin's, yes, and Risley's. Interesting. Go to the Palais Mermonia. Alright, well, I'm not gonna lie, we have our teleport privileges legally given back to us now, so why not take advantage of those? Let's see. Enter the Palais Mermonia. Right, don't go to that door. This door. I understand there's people standing around. What are you standing around for?
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Is it? I wonder why.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Nervilette did say you'd be welcome at any
Thank
time.
you.
Excuse me, would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves
Thanks.
in.
What are you so busy with?
Everyone's so busy.
Yeah,
Seems a lot
seems like
is
something
happening.
happened while we've gone. And who knows why. Hello there, Nebulette.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first.
So not the right
In the
time.
meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
Oh, she seemed pretty busy.
Just ate.
She seemed pretty busy when we were there.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
And I take a break. Figure out what is going on. Or not. I guess Nebulette will just fill us in when he is done. And what exactly are you
All
up
right.
to, sir?
That should wrap things up for now.
That was a very
you done with
serious
your
look
work?
you had.
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting.
No worries. I mean,
Today should be the
we're
day you
used
were
to it.
released from the fortress of Meripede. And it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That is correct.
That's right, and we came here to see you right away.
Yeah. You and Paimon tell Nebulette everything that's happened since the Primordial Sea incident, including
A
the
massive
something with
whale.
child. Yeah.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
It's his
Judging from your
constellation.
description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the Primordial Sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
That appears to be
Immersed in
correct,
primordial
yes.
seawater? What the hell? Is he okay?
He's okay. We saw him in there. He did appear to be sinking in a purplish ocean with a giant whale. But he's not from Fontaine, so he won't dissolve. I hope he doesn't drown either, but I don't think he will.
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself.
There's something we'd like to ask you about.
Yes? What is it?
What was that tremor we felt earlier?
Ah, right! Paimon felt it too! We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I
It
nodded
turns
my
out
head
that
with
I
you
just
there.
received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago.
Oh, great.
The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson.
Uh-oh.
After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose.
Uh-oh, that's not good. Poisson is
The water
kind of
levels rose?
below sea level.
What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the
Below
water
sea
levels
level,
only
that's
rose
not
for a
a
short period
good
of
thing
time
to hear.
and
I
have
guess
already returned
below
to
lake
normal.
level is more accurate.
However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
No.
Navia should be
Navia's
able to go, right?
there.
We need to go check on her.
Yes, Spina di Rosula's headquarters is there.
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal areas to avoid potential catastrophes. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first.
No worries.
I'll meet you there to check on the situation once I finish things here.
Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Let's get going.
Please be careful.
We will. We won't dissolve, but hopefully we won't drown either. Now, hello there.
The two of you have my thanks. If you need any help, just let me know.
No problem. Let me see. When Arlecchino was talking with Farina, she asked, like, does Farina have an emergency response plan? It certainly sounds like, even if Farina doesn't, everyone else does. So that's a good sign. Ah.
Oh no. What happened here?
Oh no! That's actually really bad. All the buildings here seem to be in pretty rough shape now. There's nobody around. Were they all dissolved? No, let's not assume the worst yet. Hopefully Navia got them out in time. She's so good at planning.
Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still... I don't
She's
think we need to check
alive.
on
She
her.
has to be. No, Navia. Navia. We won't abandon you. I see somebody over there who seems pretty injured.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here. Oh, this is getting scary.
It is.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone on the roof over there.
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
All right, just hurry.
Oh no. This isn't good at all. We have to help.
I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own? My Desiree!
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
No.
My leg! My leg! How could this have happened? It hurts!
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand if it makes you feel better.
This doesn't look good at all. This is a pretty big disaster to come back to just as soon as we were out of prison. This must have been the earthquake then. Did it leak primordial water? Like I said, it's below the lake level, so this place would actually... I was wondering about that. I feel like Poisson is a location it's very easy to be flooded completely. Which would be okay if you were a fish, you know. That's what Poisson means.
Navia, she's over there.
But, you know, that's not great for people.
Navia, are you okay?
Navia!
You're here.
We're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
I'm guessing not everybody made it then.
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
It sounds like you really have your hands full.
All right, you'll be in charge.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I'm sorry. Where were we?
The situation in Poisson?
Ah, right. Allow me to explain.
Okay.
A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded in the waterways. But before we knew it, water started pouring out from everywhere. The rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just ordinary water leaking from somewhere. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared. They were all dissolved. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights.
That's terrible.
The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. Fortunately, the water began to recede after some time, and the chaos came to an end. The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the head count, but we'll have some numbers soon.
How awful. And all of this just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. No,
It was
this
quite
is
frightening
really
indeed.
bad. I'm so sorry.
I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad
I
dream.
only wish that everything that just happened was a
Any way
bad
we can help,
dream.
Navia?
I'm gonna hold on to that just in case. Yeah, you can put us to work.
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me. I really can't express how grateful I am.
Wait, we're missing some people, aren't we? Yeah, what about her two guys?
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Yeah, where are Melus and Silver? No, I liked them so much. They were so, like, funny. No.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
I'll be right there. Sorry, I need to go for now.
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
No. That's actually so sad. As Navia walks around talking with the many people and organizing various matters, her decisions are clear.
Okay, the wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived, so I suppose I finally have a moment to focus on my own matters. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have everyone at the Spina di Rosula ready to render assistance. Traveler, Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Sure.
Huh? Right now?
I understand.
Thank you.
Gulls once wept. Oh, that's terrible. Because it's not only that she has to deal with this crisis with everyone is... So many people have died, and she has to take care of everyone else. But if she lost people close to her as well, I mean, that hits even harder. How do we get out of here? But they were always behind her to back her up throughout the whole time when she was with us in the first 2 acts of the Archon quest, throughout the investigation into, you know, her father being framed for murder and the disappearances case, right? You know, Melus, oh, I didn't mean to press that, sorry. Melus, you know, waited all that time to watch her grow until she was ready to learn the truth. I suppose there's some solace in, you know, knowing that even if they did die, they lived very fulfilled lives, but still, I liked them! You know, we're getting into this era of bad things happening to NPCs.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, it seems
Well,
like...
given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson,
Yeah,
doesn't think there'd
it
be
seems
ton
like a lot of
here
people are
visiting
probably
graves.
busy looking for their loved ones,
That's
I think.
how things are now.
Who might...
The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
There's no need to push yourself so hard.
Navia, what's wrong?
Paimon, she just watched a whole bunch of people die.
I just... Melus and Silver. They won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
Paimon. What do you think actually happened to all the people in Poisson? But it's okay, Navia. Just take your time to cry. Sometimes you just need somebody to be there while you cry, because you have to feel all the... You can't hold those emotions inside. You have to feel them. I'm sorry for your loss.
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still, I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time. And they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
I've known them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Melus and Silver, they're just... gone. I just can't...
Aww.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
Ah, how could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I've promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this.
No, it's okay.
I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But,
Paimon.
well, she understands how you feel.
You just need to be
I'd
there
always
to
thought I
listen
could
when
make my
somebody
wishes
needs
come
you.
true. Now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Melus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for
I
them.
think they were happy to watch you grow up
sorry.
into a
You
wonderful
can spend
leader.
as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
I think that they were happy to see how you've grown. And especially the courage you demonstrated during this story as well. I don't think they would have felt like they died in vain, saving people after leading a fulfilled life by your side. I think that would have made them very happy. But it does show just how cruel the Primordial Sea is. Not even a body left to bury or to perform any rites on. That's very cruel. And it's okay if you need to cry. I mean, all of us have days we need to cry, and this certainly seems like it would be that time. Feel what you feel, because those feelings are real. And good friends are here for you no matter what, to be what you need us to be when you need us. When you're in that time of need. Yeah, we're here for you.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Jolienne, Esson, as well as Melus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe. But still...
It's still too many.
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right.
It's still too many lives
We
lost
lost Melus
in a
and
disaster
Silver.
like this.
But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
But in the end, you can't exchange lives for lives. It's not like you can make a net outcome when it comes to counting people. The net outcome never feels like it's better. No one's sacrifice is truly necessary.
Right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade.
Yeah, that's right.
Melus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
That's right.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
Oh, hello. And how may I
The
help
knave?
you?
What are you doing here?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
It seems like it, Paimon.
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive
good to hear.
developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
You want something in return?
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with
That's
a
the
Fatui
thing.
before, and it's extremely important for us
She
to
says
know
she
who
wants
we're
something in
working with.
return.
My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also
But
prepared
I guess
a
we
large
know
amount
that
of emergency
Arlecchino has been
supplies.
preparing for
I'm
the
quite surprised.
prophecy,
This is nothing
so
to brag about, nor do I intend
I
to.
assume this
It
just
is
is a
simply the
product
way
of
of
just how
powerful
well prepared she
organizations
is.
to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that firsthand, in any case. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not
So
be
she sees
troubled
it
by
as
this token of our
helping Spina di
sincerity.
Rosula helps her as
Perhaps
well.
one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Yeah.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Melus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could.
Yeah, sounds like there would have been a lot more
As
casualties
Paimon
but
said,
without
Melus
you.
and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
It doesn't really sound
So,
like
you're
what's
one
happening
who
really
will
fits the
try to
definition
change
of a
fate, then?
prophecy either.
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention.
Okay,
By the
goodbye.
way, traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Yeah, something we can do for you?
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today.
Conversation
it would not hurt to have Miss
technique,
Navia
yes.
listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance.
Okay.
You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals.
That doesn't sound good. So you're saying there's signs that the Primordial Sea could rise in many places soon. And as I say, this doesn't really match, as Lenny said at the very, very beginning, this doesn't really match the definition of a prophecy, because the prophecy implies that there's some amount of uncertainty of the happenings of the prophecy happening, if you know what I mean. However, in this case, it seems more like an inevitability, since we are seeing real, truthful scientific evidence that this is real. It's not really a prophecy anymore. But thus, then how much more can we link it to fate then, other than the fact that we do know it is somewhat linked to fate, since this has to somehow link back to what happened to Child and what's happening with Farina. The time for the jolly cooperation has come.
Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you.
Okay.
During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times and seem to be worth investigating in many ways. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious. My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck.
Well, then they're quite adaptable to be able to adapt situations like
the
that.
rescue effort.
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents.
Well, that's good, because they're probably less likely to die
Linny
now.
told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you.
Aww.
Which is why I want to give you this task.
Can you trust an outsider like me?
The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family. But Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house.
Oh, that's
I'm
really sweet
sure
of
you
them.
already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Alright, we'll do it.
That somehow makes
We'll do
Paimon
it.
feel kinda happy.
You're pulling at my
The intel I
heartstrings.
just
I will
shared
do
about
it.
the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right?
And then report back to her. We can do that. We can manage
Excuse
that.
me, but may I tag along?
Sure.
You wish to join?
Except
Miss
don't
Navia?
you seem like you have your hands full
Are you sure
here.
you're up to exploring some ruins?
You seem like you're quite busy right now.
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands.
Yeah.
As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me. Besides,
There's not even time to mourn
I'm
right
also
now.
doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction, to keep my mind off Melus and Silver.
Yeah. Navia's strong, but she needs company right now. We can be that company if she goes to explore the
Since
ruins
you
with
put it
us.
that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler?
Sure, we'll go to the ruins together.
All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
Thank you. Interesting. Meeting is also parting. That does not sound good. Oh, there was a lot to take in there. Oh no, you came out of nowhere! I totally wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't. But then now I think about it, I know that there's like a slime and a hydro idol and then just hang out there. Sorry, how far away is this? We may as well go. It's not like it's, at this point, it's not closer if we go by teleport waypoint. This is the puzzle I already solved. Install hydrocore. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that right now. Now does not appear to be the time to be distracted. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with this story. Not even enough time to really take in what just happened. But I guess we're off on another adventure. Yeah, I'm thinking back to when the Fatui were helping the resistance in Inazuma. You know, with their help comes a price, and that price was everyone dying to the effects of delusions. However, it does seem like in this case Arlecchino did help genuinely, and also seems like she got something in return. She got what she wanted in return, so hopefully there's no hard feelings there, and everything, all the prices
are these the
have
ruins
been
the Knave
paid,
was
and
talking about?
all of that.
Whoa, talk about old.
They seem to be pretty ancient, all right.
Let's go in and have a look.
Will do.
Just be careful.
We can do that. Careful is what we are good at. Fertility intelligence indicates that this place may be host to heretofore unknown clues. Look at that picture. Is it a tower with a staircase and this glowing orb? What does that mean? I hopefully we don't have to fight very much in this domain, so that I can bring the two other characters along. Karina and Charlotte. We have not seen yet. But like I said, I think much of this Archon quest will be centered on Farina. And that's typically how it goes. Just, especially since there are things to fight here. Okay, hang on. Yeah. I mean, in the last Archon quest, Arlecchino was even wondering, like, is Farina even the Archon herself at all? Which I think she is, but at the same time, I am a little suspicious of the fact that the description of her power, where her power comes from, is left vague. We're gonna learn more about who Farina actually is, but more importantly, what she's going to do. Because if she hasn't really demonstrated, you know, the qualities of an Archon yet, she certainly will, I'm sure, by the end of this story. Because sometimes, where are we going? I guess we just go straight down. It seems that this is floor that's gonna cave in, so.
The floor here isn't safe.
I can tell. Oh, here we're getting closer to what we need. Okay, hang on. Sometimes that's the thing about fate, is it will push you to become the person you need to be for your story. And I get the sense that's what's going to happen with Farina.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontainian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Yeah, this does not seem like a safe place, Navia. You should probably go back to the surface.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here. Don't get Paimon wrong. We're not saying you're useless.
No, it's that you will literally die if you go down there.
You're right. I can't do anything in this situation.
No, and we don't want to sideline you, and we don't want to make it seem like you can't do anything, but you will literally... You've already survived an assassination attempt because Paimon accidentally drank your soda. I think that a whole pit of the water is not going to be... It's not going to be great, and I'm not going to lie, this is actually kind of worrying that we're already this far down. From the look of things here, maybe there's no way back. Oh yeah, because we fell down a pit. Alright, guess we keep going then.
That complicates things. Maybe the only way left is forward.
Closer to the water.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
I don't know. I'm worried, because like...
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance
the water will rise. Like... I feel like she should stick with us so we can protect her.
Either. I'll go together with you.
Nowhere is safe here.
Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
Nowhere is safe. I think we are all at pretty big risk here. Seems like there isn't any other option.
Alright. Come with us for now then, but please be careful.
Please be careful. You can't call the quest meeting is also parting and be okay with this. No, Did you see Child had like the pose? He was ready to dive in. Like, I know he's in a pit of primordial. He is in the primordial sea right now, but still, I mean, he was very ready to just to get going, like into the water. No, Ether, not you too. Wait, where am I going? Okay, that might be helpful to know. We're gonna pretend that we're canonically Fontaine characters, and therefore it cannot touch the water at all. Which the game might itself also do too, were we to actually touch the water. Oh, up here. Let's see. Even these drip drops of water are probably not helpful either. Oh, that was a cool lock. Let's see. Let us see. Wow, okay, hang on. This place is beautiful. Wow. Hang on. Can I zoom the camera out more? Wow. Oh, I wish we could do the photo mode in. Wait. Oh, we need that lens thing that is in the event for Charlotte, right? That hasn't happened yet. But then we could go like this and take a picture of it. Or is that how it works? Something like that. Anyway. Oh, I just zoomed out a ton when I went with Ether and didn't face the wall. Or I didn't have the back of the wall. Okay, how do I zoom in closer now? Because I feel like I'm zoomed in way too much. I want to unzoom in. It's not letting me zoom back in either direction. Uh-oh.
There's something wrong with this bridge.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. Was I not supposed to do that? Navia! 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 Something came out of the water? What? Did something come out of the water just there? Navia! She's not dead.
Demoiselle?
Huh? Or is she dying?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you
Is
be
this like
standing here till dark
a
if I hadn't come to
flashback
get
like
you?
of your life before you die kind of moment?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Melus.
Hmm? Oh. Was I sleeping?
Yes, it would appear so.
Almost as if everything was a bad dream. I knew there was something about this. That line.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we
Then
go out
what's
for
real
a walk.
and what's a dream?
Oh, right. I nearly forgot. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. Have I? This is a familiar feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and we'd resolved the matter not long ago.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Melus, and Mr. Silver too. It's good to see all of you.
And she's the one who broke her leg.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor Obina was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little token of our appreciation. I hope you won't refuse.
This has to be a
Did you
dream,
cultivate
right?
them yourself? Thank you so much. I'll certainly take them. Melus, we do still have some empty flower pots at home, right?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs. Burnett's flowers.
Very well.
Wait.
Why did she hesitate?
Something seems to be off here. Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett, correct?
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it. And why are there so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
This is kind of
We must
creepy.
mind the time, demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Uh-oh.
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial? Wait, why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Yes, she's right, demoiselle. It's just about time now, so
What's
we
the
should get going.
crime? What do you... Is she... The
all right,
prostitution or the defense? So, wait... What does that mean? Did someone save her or not?
Look, it's Navia. She's
Oh
here.
no.
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly... excited about something. I even know some of these people.
I'm not liking this.
Desiree.
These are the victims.
Joyville. Julien. Essen.
No.
Why are so
No. Is this gonna be the people that she
do I
feels
have
like she
no
let down,
recollection of
haunting
this
her in her
case?
dreams?
And as for the judge... huh? Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed,
Well,
but
I don't know what you're
today
talking about.
is
We've
an
had lots of
exception.
people standing in the stands lots of times, but... No. Something bad is gonna happen to her, and she's gonna see the faces of people.
Place do they think this
feels
is?
like...
Come on. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is? And why I'm standing trial?
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done?
No.
In that case, allow me to explain.
Don't do this to her.
As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina di Rosula.
No.
Someone held
This
in
is her
high
inner
regard
thoughts.
by
Just
every soul in
don't.
Croissant.
Navia,
After
you did
took
everything
over
you
the
could.
Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If
You
anyone
did
in need
everything
reached
that you
out to you
could.
for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your
I am
subordinates,
worried
nearly
about the
everyone
fact
in
that
the Spina
Melus
di
and
Rosula
Silver
fought
are
for the
standing behind her
well-being
in
of
this
those
creepy
in
dream.
Croissant.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficulties. You are one with us. We are inseparable. We are one big family. All of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important,
you know that they would want you to live on.
without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together with us forever.
Huh?
This must be the Primordial Sea is calling out to her.
Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown.
Remember
and
Vignier
I would
and
be
the
willing to be
murder
with you all,
victims?
but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this?
They all became a consciousness in the sea
discuss?
to reclaim the person that
Well, if that's
they
what
had
you
strong
think,
emotions
then
about.
I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
I know all these people. Why are they
It's
laughing?
all in your head. Come on, please, Navia. You have to. We couldn't.
Seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Don't.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Melus?
What was that, Mr. Melus? Our conclusion is very clear.
That's right,
and
Melus.
unanimous. Let the
Tell
court
him.
judge her now. She's guilty.
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing
That's
of
right.
her utterly independent mind.
That's right.
She was
Tell
born
him.
of free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontainians here. This is the nation of justice, the nation of Hydro. Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone. Water accepts all, blends with all. It will surely accept her kindness. Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro, and in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice. Now, I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
Don't listen. It's the
And you
voice
would
of the
call this
Primordial Sea.
justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance
That's
to
right.
exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals? To become independent?
Yes.
Do you mean to defy our
justice?
Oh, that's
If your
creepy.
justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle.
Even in death,
And that
Melus and Silver
is
still
how we
have the
will
will to
enforce
defend
justice.
their lady, Lady Navia.
It hurts.
Demoiselle,
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Melus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Oh, that was creepy.
don't be afraid. And don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all. Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Melus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just.
Nebulet, where is
Navia
Nebulet? I know this is just a
belongs
dream,
to
but
us.
still.
After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
They're all Oceanids now.
No more excuses.
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
Says someone who's jealous.
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss Navia, she...
Silence.
Oh, there we go.
That's...
Nebulet?
Monsieur
Nebulet, are you actually here, or...?
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial.
Thank you,
The court will
Nebulet.
adjourn
The
for
only
rest
voice
the
of
day.
reason ever in these
this, I shall
trials.
hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But you must be here safe in real life,
Go on
please.
now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Melus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Aww.
Melus. Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, demoiselle.
Farewell.
Farewell. Melus and Silver were able to resist that collective because their will to protect Navia
No,
was
wait!
even stronger.
Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
Thank goodness. I don't know who else could have saved her in the nick of time besides
I must have
Nebulet.
been dreaming. Melus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare?
Yeah, I think it's a combination. It's a combination of her own sad feelings as
The
well
ruins
as
you were exploring suffered a
strong
cave-in.
emotions left
When I
behind in
arrived,
the
I found you
primordial
falling
water.
toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I...
What?
What is it?
I think I saw two Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Protected her till the very end.
Did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
So the people that are dissolved became Oceanids.
Perhaps those two Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
So they...
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so even after death.
And if not for them, you would have died too.
Please come with me.
Yeah, we gotta still investigate the ruins.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
Okay.
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
Probably. Yeah, that
I
sounds about
merely
right.
thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Fair enough, yeah.
Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more
Well,
awkward to call
Paimon,
us over
that's
like this and then
a
have
common
nothing to
tactic
talk
that
about?
people actually use all the time.
I suppose so.
Oh yeah, Sejun wanted us to tell you that she sends her regards.
Ah, Sejun. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the Fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
Doesn't look like it.
Don't worry. She's doing fine down there.
She seems pretty happy with her job.
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sejun would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity, just as I have.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even even though Siegewing made him do that. He hopes that
Yes.
you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Although one
Thank
could
you.
forgive you
I
if
have
you
indeed
were.
been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the Fortress of Meripede.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then.
Oh, you're the expert here, Paimon. What should we talk about?
So, Neverlet, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Yeah, how did he save her?
Yes, of course.
How did he save Navia?
This isn't going anywhere.
Gosh, I feel this.
Let's try
The
something
feeling that you just can't hold a conversation no matter how hard you try to talk.
else. Did the knave tell you?
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies to the area.
So she told
Amid
Neuvillette
my
too.
astonishment,
Interesting.
I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
I hope Navia can get back on her feet. Love is destructive. Oh, that's what it's called.
I'm
Meeting
sorry
is
to
also
have kept you all
partying.
waiting like that.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm feeling much better now.
Oh, take your time, as I said.
I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind
Yeah,
my
he's
company.
here already, so.
Alright!
Yay!
Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
I just want to say though, it demonstrates, you know, the strength of the bond that Melus and Silver had with Navia, you know, and Callus. You see that when people get dissolved into the primordial seawater, both with the disappearances of young women case and also what happened in Poisson, it's like the consciousnesses of all the victims start to meld together until they become a single entity. And maybe that's what the prophecy is about, is returning everyone to the sea, into water, where they become one with each other. And yet, somehow, even in that state, Melus and Silver was still able to break free of that, escape that loss of identity, and be able to stand up for Navia, which I think just goes to show just how much they care. And I'm glad we got to see them one last time. Alright, with that being said, I also want to point out, every ruin has like interesting like old statues of different people, and this is a new one. So I wonder who this is a statue of. That is all. Oh no, more hilly trails. Actually, I realized I've been using Child to fight, but that's not even canonically correct. We don't have Child, and even if we did, he doesn't have his Hydro Vision. So technically I should just be fighting this solo with Aether. Or with Navia, but Navia's next update apparently. So we don't have her help. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, he's the only character that can really fight on the team, so I think I just need to use him. Come on. Oh yeah, I need to refine the rust, because we got one from the summoning. Oh, that already seems like so long ago. Here we go. There we go. Now he'll become even stronger. 60% normal attack damage increase. There we go. That's what we like to see. Alright. What is this? Where does this cave go to? Oh, okay, the camera zooming out is not me. That is actually a feature. Uh-oh. Not again. No. How are we supposed to get up if we missed it, or if you're silly like me? Thank goodness. Okay, just run. We have the stamina for it. Good. And now, this is this tiny ledge here. Don't fall like we're not supposed to. Uh-oh. This is like a time challenge with no timer, and that's kind of freaky. Oh, what's with the ominous music?
Watch out! There are rats falling over
Uh-oh. Oh, no, no, no. Don't you dare hurt Farina right now. No, not yet, anyway.
Riptide.
I mean, there's right now where I'll defend her, and then there's the future where I think she's gonna have to learn for herself. Just what her role in this is exactly. And I said, I won't let harm come to her yet.
Who's next?
The ceiling is crumbling. I guess the crumbling. Okay, so the floor is crumbling and there's debris falling, and this is also crumbling as well.
It seems we're almost at
I hope we're almost at the top. Come on. Yes, yes, yes! We got a treasure for our hard work. Another thing about Farina is usually they put her voice lines on the website before they're released, but I didn't check, but there was no link to it and in the post, so I assume they didn't post any voice lines for her, and I assume that has something to do with the fact that her voice probably changes between her two states canonically, or Numa and Osea states. Come on. Okay. No! Okay, hang on. Ether can take them all out all on his own. It's gonna be a long time. And this is... I was like, oh, I didn't think there'd be much fighting this time, I said. Okay. It's the old days of running away from the spinning ruin guard. Oh yeah, he could heal himself. I forgot about that. Get the other one. Good. Okay, hang on. Uh-oh.
Wipe out.
Uh-oh. There's not much room. I can't exactly see what's happening right now. Maybe I shouldn't go with a theme team that is clearly,
I wasn't meant for this world.
Thank goodness for the Door of Resurrection, right? Actually, hang on. Oh! Oh no, they're gonna... Oh no, they're... Oh, that's a... Did they not heal up? No, they did. Okay, yeah, because this is not a good elemental reaction team. At all. I don't want to redo that whole domain. Because of the whole story aspect, right? But you know, maybe I shouldn't have assumed there'd be very minimal fighting. Well, I knew it'd be this kind of fighting, but I didn't expect there'd be two of like the fancy hilly trolls and a ruin grader. Like that's a bit much. Okay, I'm scared to bring out Tartaglia, but you know what? We just gotta do it. Others gonna be here forever. Uh-oh. Don't let myself get hit uselessly though.
This is getting interesting.
This is getting interesting. Oh, this is...
I'm quite impressed.
Okay, is there any way I can lure... I'm locked in this room. I was gonna... Can I lure them out one by one? If I had Wanderer and Nahida, this would be so fast. Okay, hang on. Can I quickly build Farina right now? I can level her up to level 40 at least. Her weapon is maxed out. I'm not sure how much that helps. I can't remember her talents yet. Okay, this actually might have been a bad idea. Just putting it out there right now. Okay, that being said, we're gonna... Uh-oh. The problem is there's too many things to be able to easily dodge. Okay, we're shredding through this guy right now. Quickly. While I still have a child alive. The survivability is not great here.
Time to shine.
Death it looms. Okay, one down. I am glad the checkpoint was here. but still. Can I freeze them for a second? Thank you. Uh-oh, that's right. Okay, these two have to manage it. Well, thankfully, it's Farina and Charlotte, which means they can freeze the enemies. Okay, let's see. Nobody's! Uh-oh.
Take these photos to the steam.
Okay, that didn't work as well as I hoped it would. Okay, just go. Freeze this guy. Take them out as quickly as possible. Okay, there's no more food.
Shower me with praise.
Oh, okay, I need to switch to your healer. No! Okay, hopefully the Ruin Grader is not... The Ruin Guard's not coming back, right? I forgot that she has the healing, like, Oceanid thing in her Numa form. That's not a good thing to forget. I mean, that's pretty useful, right? Okay, how much time? Oh, okay, 15 seconds. We're good for now. I just need to run in circles. Alright. Okay, don't touch the bubbles. And don't hit the button in the left to heal, because then it will pick Ether over Child. Okay, and maybe don't bring him out and then hit that button to heal either, because that's their opportunity to get him really quickly. Whoops, I'm going to do it again. Okay. We're good. Bring that guy out. Okay, this guy. I need to take them out one by one because that greatly improves the ability to dodge. Okay. Good. That was the other thing. Is like I'm glad that I got Farina because I don't have Kokomi and her little Oceanid is supposed to be good at healing, right? So she can switch between, you know, the Salon Solitaire, you know, attacking all the enemies on her behalf, but also the Oceanid healing up the team. Quickly, before your thing runs out! Okay, even if it runs out, I think you'll be okay. Now. Great, let's not do that again. What is this? It's an elevator. Wow. What is that though? This also has a little bit of upside down ruin feels, like in the chasm. Interesting. I cannot believe we survived that, by the way. I just want to make it very clear. Probably didn't deserve to survive that. What are these ruins of? This does not seem like Fontainian ruins either. Remember, there was civilizations here before Fontaine and the other nations. So this might belong to one of those.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
Good thing.
The path sure had some twists and turns.
Yeah, twists and turns.
It turns out
for
that
sure.
this place isn't actually that big.
The stairs weren't even that bad. If we had Navia and Neuvillette on our team, that would have been way faster. There seems to be something on the wall. There seems to be murals.
It seems like they were put here as an offering. Could we take them down and have a
Well, we
look?
don't need to take them down. We can just take
Perhaps we should
pictures
just leave
of them
them
and
be
look
for
at
now.
them, you know.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding
That's
walls
not
also
good.
show signs of damage.
That might be important information that we're not getting then.
Below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past. Say what?
That sounds like a prophecy.
It feels like someone left these slates and these words
Writing
here
about
for
the
a
future
purpose.
in the past.
But does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it. Take the second slate, for example.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated.
And there's a
And
big
there's a whole
storm.
bunch of other people behind her doing the same. She's facing this,
Celestia.
what is this?
It's Celestia,
Some kind
right?
of island in the sky?
And is that Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of people around her? Paimon doesn't quite get it. Are they all in the water?
It looks
The
like
fourth
that.
image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the
The
prophecy.
whole world engulfed in water. And the Hydro Archon's
The people
weeping
will
alone
all
on her
be
throne.
dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
It seems to match exactly. So I guess that confirms, though, that the prophecy might have something to do with the ancestors of the people of Fontaine inciting the wrath of Celestia. Then what did the first slate say? What is that?
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it, most likely due to us missing the first slate.
Oh, that first slate is
very sorry.
probably very
Don't blame
important
yourself,
then.
Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering ancient stone slates isn't one of your duties.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these slates.
Yeah, me too.
It says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come true.
Well, we don't know, but look, the future is still yet to be written, but
I really hope it doesn't
it's,
mean
yeah,
that.
it's not looking great. To the
Still,
contrary.
Paimon feels like these images are kind of weird when you look at them together.
Yeah. I get what you mean, Paimon. The issue is the order of the third and fourth images, right?
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third? Where the Hydro Archon herself
I
falls
will
into the
notice
water?
she has long hair in both of
Yet the
those.
order is reversed here.
But there's people. There's people in the third image, whereas in the fourth image, it seems like everyone's already died. Although, since we know that people turn into oceanids after they and lose their sense of identity once they are dissolved into the primordial waters, that could be what we're seeing in that third image. I have a feeling that the order of the third and fourth images has something to do with the dual identities of Farina. But yes, that's exactly what I'm wondering, is what sin did they commit that Celestia needs to punish them for?
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, why would she be in such a posture?
Or she...
Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of the prophecy? Does that mean that someone, or some people, once saw these slates?
Well, someone had to make them first.
Who created these slates and left these words here?
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
In that case, there's no
Okay.
time to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here, so let's head back first.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
I agree, we've had some near-death experiences. Yeah, what's up, Ether? Honestly, who created the slates doesn't matter now. The real question is whether things will truly play out as the prophecy foretold or not. Yeah, I agree. Well, Serena can have her, screeny next to her dying, because You're right. It seems like the Hydra Archon weeping on her throne, but then now here she's drowning, surrounded by her people. Something in the past. I suspect the first slate then would have something to do with whatever sin they're atoning for in the second slate. Well, I think we need to heal up the team. Since that was a very close call.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
I know, you've almost died multiple times this day. You should take a rest.
You still have energy for that, Navia? Paimon's already beat.
And you should take a rest because if you're well rested, you'll be able to
Just head back to the Fluvsandra and have a
help
rest
people even more.
Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone.
All right.
Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem?
Yeah, this kind of sounded the kind of topic that she would try to dodge or avoid. But
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily, which makes it all the more my duty to
there's any
ensure
time
that she
to share,
understands the present situation.
now would be the
All right,
time.
we'll leave it in your hands then. You're probably the best person to talk to her anyway.
I will be carefully considering my words tonight.
As you should.
Paimon, our safe house at the Fluvsandra is always open to you as ever. So please don't think you're an imposition.
Okay.
All right. I'll be on my way then.
Thank you, Navia. It's been a very long day for you, I'm sure. Navia and Neuvillette both depart. You and Paimon head to the Spina di Rosula base at Fluvsandra.
We're finally back!
We're finally back.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Ooh.
Yay! And there's good food too! Navia, no, the boss is the best.
You did great as well, Paimon. That's true. You know what? Paimon sometimes doesn't say the right things, but also Paimon sometimes does say the right things. And I got the sense that even though Paimon wasn't quite catching on with what was going on with Navia at first, once she realized that Paimon knew the right things to say. And that's Paimon right now. She tries her best all the time, and she is the best guide ever. You did great as well, Paimon.
Ooh, desserts! Nice! These are all Paimon! Paimon's already starting to forget what happened today.
Who's down there?
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think it is?
Huh?
Mona!
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
What are you doing in Fontaine? Isn't her master in Fontaine? Shouldn't she be trying to avoid Fontaine then? Actually, we don't know where her master is, do we? Mona! Lady Magistus, did the stars not tell you that we might be here?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Still, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're not a Fontainian, are you, Mona?
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for a stroll when I bumped into you. Quite unexpectedly, if I might add. Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a
No,
Mondstadt
we just
or
don't want you to
something?
die when the flood happens.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name. There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes. To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
It isn't?
Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Well, that does seem to fit you.
Wow! imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one.
And may I ask what your master's name is? Well, we know that her code name was B from the Hexen Circle, right? I mean, I think we're getting into Hexen Circle stuff here, so let's see.
Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Whoa, that's a long one. Does it
Barbeloth.
also mean great?
Code name B of the Hexen Circle.
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice as great scholar of the stars.
Yeah, that's what I
Just
figured
take it as a title
when I
specific
heard
to
that.
astrologists.
Thrice as great? That's so petty.
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Talk about excessive.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
How about Triple Strength Traveler or Triple Appetite Paimon? Considering all the dessert that Paimon just ate, I think that is an appropriate name. I know, it kind of does.
But anyway, you're not Fontanian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dornman Port, and I traveled with the old
Dornman
hag for a
Port,
while,
that's an area
after
of
which I
Mondstadt
settled
that
down
keeps
in
getting
Mondstadt
mentioned that I
City.
don't think we have access to
That's
yet.
a good thing then. At least we know you won't be dissolved by Fontaine's waters.
Yep.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
I know. We're well aware. Did you come to Fontaine because of the prophecy, Mona?
That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
You do seem to have
What do
gotten
you make
into
of that
lots
prophecy,
of
Mona?
trouble, yes.
Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of all Tevat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary.
Wow.
But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
Powerful
A
visionary.
visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexen Circle colleagues of hers who could do something similar.
Interesting. The Hexen Circle. Like Nicole. I need to ascertain the accuracy of the prophecy. Could you help me get in touch with your... No, remember? Mona's not in speaking terms with her master, remember?
Are you sure?
She lost the journal because
I'll help you.
Klee...
It isn't often that I see you
Klee
with such a serious
opened
look on your
it.
face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing as always.
I thought you were avoiding her because you accidentally read her
Well,
journal.
This is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you. Of all the people we know, you know the stars the best.
Yeah.
Indeed, indeed.
That's how we get
spirit.
Mona to do stuff for us.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need,
Oh, no
do not
commotion,
hesitate
but...
to inform the Spina di Rossula.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
Thank you, Mona.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious
Well,
looks.
we were making a ruckus.
Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we? Our Fontainian friends will thank us someday.
That is true. After the conversation, you decide to get a good night's sleep to replenish your energy.
Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling kind of
Yeah?
sleepy. But it's time to get up, traveler. We agreed to go see Novelette, so let's pack it up
Oh,
and get
drowsy. Alright, let's get going. And this is where I'm gonna take a quick break. Oh, first we need to heal up our team. I'm gonna take a quick break and grab something to eat and come back. Because I was gonna do that before we went to Love Sandra, but then we met Mona instead. And yeah, we're definitely getting into things now. And as the story goes on, it's gonna accelerate more and more. But we've met Mona and we're learning a little bit more about what this prophecy actually is. I mean, if the many in the Hexen Circle have that kind of power, it certainly could be one of them. Serentendal Chevelron! Hey, I have a bubble blower too. Here, let me show you. Oh, it's already equipped. Whee! Bubbles! Alright, that's lots of fun. Okay. I guess we're gonna be chatting with Novelette and Farina in the next episode, so stay tuned until then. Alright. Catch you in a few minutes. Bye, everyone!